Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Tina with Life in the Piedmont, and yes, we are in our kitchen again. The past couple of videos, you've seen me make some pies. I've done a great strawberry pie, and I have done a old-fashioned custard pie. But tonight, we are going to actually make a pie for dinner, and it's not a pot pie. It is a enchilada pie. And I am going to tell you more about how this got its name and where this recipe came from. So let's get started making this delicious enchilada pie that your family will go bonkers over. So the first thing I'm doing here is just browning up my ground beef. Just like you would if you're making tacos. You can use taco seasoning in here. I use my own seasonings that I create. I don't buy, I have, but I haven't bought taco seasoning in a while. So I'm gonna season this with some cumin, garlic powder, some salt, and some chili powder. That's what I'm gonna put in here. I really don't have any measurements. I kind of measure with my heart, and yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Over in this skillet, we are actually gonna make our enchilada sauce. Now, first, we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of oil. I use avocado or olive oil. Use what you have at home. And then to that, we are gonna add about a 1/4 cup of, whoops, wrong one. About 2 tablespoons of flour we're gonna put in here. And we're gonna whisk that together to create a roux, which is something that helps thicken the sauce as we make it. You can already see how this is thickened up. Perfect. Now let me tell you what I've done. I actually have enchilada sauce that I actually canned, and I followed the recipe for it, and I didn't like the flavor. So what I'm gonna do is actually use my enchilada sauce, and we're gonna doctor it up a little bit to give it the taste that I'm looking for. So my goal this year is actually to can a better enchilada sauce this year. We're gonna put that in there. And then I am going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. So let me tell you where this recipe came from. It's another story about Grandma. Oh, well, they say a 1/2 teaspoon, but I'm putting in about a teaspoon of cumin. So Grandma was one of the best cooks ever, in my opinion. And then we're gonna do about a 1/4 teaspoon of oregano. That's what we're gonna do. A 1/4 to a 1/2 teaspoon. Use what your family likes. Anyhow, back to Grandma. Grandma, as you've heard me tell you before, she was the head cook at the schools that I attended when growing up. And this was back in the day when school lunches were maybe 30 cents, and it was all homemade. The women would get there very early in the morning and start prepping everything from scratch. Homemade rolls, pizza. Well, they had this called enchilada pie, and I'm like, well, what's that? Well, I thought I'd take you along and show you what enchilada pie is. So if you like enchiladas, and if you like Mexican food, I can guarantee you that you're gonna like this recipe, and your family's gonna like this recipe. I am going to add in a little bit of chili powder, not quite all of it. And we're gonna mix this in, and we're gonna heat this through. So as I was saying, the ladies would cook fresh lunches for the whole school. And you're talking about like a school from kindergarten through 8th grade. Do you know how many lunches there were? And Grandma used to pay for my lunch. I just remember I had a lot of great memories of it. Anyhow, this is where this recipe came from. They called it enchilada pie. And instead of rolling the enchiladas, we are going to actually layer it almost like you would a lasagna. And I'm using my pie dish right here. I've sprayed it with some oil. And I'll show you how we put this together. But right now, I need to go and preheat my oven to about 350. I will leave the written recipe in my description box for how I make enchilada sauce. So if you want to make this too, you'll be able to use this recipe. And it's really a great enchilada sauce to make and to have on hand. You can make some and freeze it. And I'm not sure about the canning of it because the flour is in here, so I don't think I can can it. So, okay. So I'll see you back in a minute. So here's how we start putting it together. I take the enchilada sauce and I like to just put some of the sauce down and around at the bottom. And then I'm gonna come in with the tortillas and we're gonna line our pan with the tortillas. Like the tortilla is actually the crust. See how that goes? Just like so. There may be a few spots where you have to maybe cut the tortilla and just kind of fit it into place. No problem. Then we are gonna come in with our ground beef and we're gonna sprinkle some ground beef on top of here. And then we're gonna come back in with some enchilada sauce. And we're just gonna mix it around, just like so. My dog's crying. It's actually my son's dog because he's missing him right now. He just went upstairs. That can use some more meat. So let me put some more meat on here. There we go. And then we are gonna top it with cheese. The amount of cheese that you put is up to you. And then we are gonna repeat this until we have our pie completely filled to the top. And this will be our enchilada pie. So one more time, we'll take our sauce, pour it around here. So this is my second layer. We'll get our meat, come in here with our meat, put it on the top. You can do the exact same thing and you can use a casserole dish if you want. That works just the same. I'm just doing it in a pie dish tonight for pies. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you, this is an open collaboration hosted by Leanne over at the Mennonite Farmhouse for Pies of March. So hopefully you've enjoyed the pies that you've been seeing and that you're enjoying this pie here. We'll go another layer. So this would be layer number 3. So one night, instead of tacos, have enchilada pies. It's easier because you can layer it like a lasagna and you don't have to stand there frying taco shells up. There we go. I'm gonna get another one going. And there you have it, friends. There is the enchilada pie. I'm gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees and bake it anywhere between 30 and 40 minutes, uncovered. All right, friends, look at that. Oh, I wish you could smell this. Doesn't this just look absolutely delicious? It's done. We are gonna cut into this and give it a taste together. It is very hot. And then we're gonna get ready to have supper here. So you can cut it just like a pie. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm telling you, this is one of the easiest dinners to make. because it's in one pan dish and it doesn't take a lot of time to put this enchilada pie together. It fell apart, but can you see that? Look at all that yumminess. Let's put that down here. All right, let's get a piece here together so we can taste it. You know, dinner is one of the hardest things to come up with, don't you think, to figure out what to make? Are you one of those people who just, you feel like you have the same thing over and over? Well, I know that I am, and this, I haven't made this in a while. We've been having tacos regularly, so tonight I decided let's do this enchilada pie. So I got that bite, if you can see that. Absolutely delicious. I promise you, your family's gonna absolutely love this. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel again. I am really thankful for all the new people that are here. I wanna give you a big shout out. Thank you for coming on over to my channel and supporting me. I really appreciate it. And on that note, I am gonna call my family here so we can get our supper together. And thanks again. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember, the written recipe will be listed in the description box again. Have a great day. Be blessed, everyone. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.